Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Torrin. For those who don't know, I am a licensed practical nurse and my channel is on my journey throughout my nursing program. And now, I know last month I had made a video in regards to scheduling for my NCLEX and I told you I would update you whether I pass or fail. So here I am a month later uploading another video. Let me just give a little background summary. Back in May, on May 17th, my class was offered. If you take your green light on May 17th, you don't have to take the really challenging exit exam in order to graduate. So some of my classmates did the green light on May 17th. That whole bunch of us passed, and then on May 20th, the remaining students had to go and take the exit exam. In addition to the green light, and the green light if you pass the green light, my school pays for you to take your practical nurse and NCLEX exam, and that NCLEX exam is $200. So who wouldn't want to try and take that exam and pass it, you know, for that free money basically. So the reason I sat for on May 20th for the exit exam as well, because one, it didn't count against me. Two, my sister, she wanted to take the exit exam, and I just wanted to sit in the same room as her and the rest of the students that, you know, I've been around for 1 year. I just wanted, you know, we're all one, you know, we became a family. So I was like, I'll just take the exit exam as well, and it prepares me for the NCLEX. Hopefully it'll help me prepare for the NCLEX. And that exam was honestly harder than, it was more challenging, I'll say, than the NCLEX, and that's the honest truth for me. So later on that day, after everyone finished the exit exam, the career services came in and we sat in a computer room and they helped us make our Pearson VUE account, and they dispersed the vouchers, the $200 voucher, to those who passed the green light, so that we can sign up and, you know, pay for our NCLEX to be scheduled. So we also had to schedule apply for our license in that state, and then later on apply for reciprocity for whatever state you wanted to work in. So we did that all on the same day. And so after you register for Pearson VUE and you pay the $200, you wait, it's like between 48 and 72 hours where you'll get this congratulations email saying that, oh, you're eligible to go and schedule your NCLEX. Here's the steps on how to do it. So on May 20th, I signed up Pearson VUE. On May 23rd or 24th, I was at work that day actually. I had received an email saying, congratulations, Torrin, you can now schedule your NCLEX. Here's how to do it. I was wicked excited. Like, that was so exciting. At work, I snuck into a room where nobody can bother me or see or hear me, and I scheduled my NCLEX. And that was, there was so many dates, so many locations, and there was a location that was an hour away from where I live, and it was for May 29th. So imagine, you finished one May 20th, and you took an exam on May 17th and May 20th, that is a probability of you passing. You pass both of those exams, and then you have a test date for the 29th. Why not take it? So I was like, whoa, okay, like, it gives me no time to study, but hey, whatever, like, it's a win-win situation in a way. So I scheduled for May 29th, and I worked that week of May 29th, so I did not study for my NCLEX, unfortunately, but it's alright. I did not study whatsoever. There's this book right here called the NCLEX PN Examination, HESI. I suggest anyone in the practical nursing program purchase that book, as well as the Saunders book. They're both wonderful. They prepare you for the NCLEX, because every last question that I had, I remember this book. It was in this book. No matter how it was worded, it was in this book. And I read that book probably a month before the exam on my own time. My school does not go over that book at all. I read it on my own time. My school told us we should. That is like a lifesaver. That's our lifeline, as well as the Saunders and a management book that we also, ATI management book that we received. So I did not study, but on May 28th, the night before my exam, that's when I crammed in. I already had this book highlighted and everything, so I just crammed in and like I reviewed some of the things that I highlighted, did like probably 20 practice questions from the book. And the morning of the exam, I didn't want to drive. My sister drove me the hour away, and I studied for like 20 minutes while she was getting finishing getting dressed, and we went to the exam. I was a little like nervous, but not really. It was just like whatever, you know. I ate good and everything. I slept very good, so I was like, you know, it's whatever. I have a second chance. Whether I fail, if I pass, yay for me. I gotta apply for reciprocity. That's the process. So I was more the gratification of finishing the school was like what I was grateful for. And I was like, you know what, either way I'll still be a nurse. I'm a practical nurse already. I just need my license at this point to start working and making better money. But anyway, so we get to the exam, and I go in, and throughout the exam, remind you, for the practical nursing, 85 is the minimum that you can answer, and I believe it's 235 or 75. I don't know. I could be mistaken, but those who's in the program, you guys know. So I went in there. I was like, listen, I can do this. I have to think about this information. It's somewhere in my file cabinet. I learned it before. I just have to pull it out, take a deep breath. And what gave me like confidence too is I came in and the guy's like, you're Smiley. Hi, Smiley. A lot of people always say that about me anyway. And I was like, hi, whatever. Like, I felt like at home, you know? So they were super friendly. The proctor, she had told me to do my thumbprint and everything. Like, she was so nice. She was telling me how to, she was like, are you a Sagittarius? I was like, yes. And she was like, so am I. She was like, I knew that the spirit from you was in the room, whatever. And I was like, oh. So like, you know, it was a good way to start the exam. So during the exam, I was like, I'm not going to look at the time or what question I am on. When I get to question 60, for some reason, my little beady eyes looked up, and I was like, oh my God, I'm on question 60. I have 25 questions left, and this computer can possibly shut off on me. So I was like, I can't look up there again. And I felt like I was doing good, but there was no math. And I was like, there's no math. I haven't, in my head, I'm like, there's no math. Like, those are easy questions. Why aren't they giving me the easy points, you know? So I was kind of like, it was a bummer, you know, and I had a few select all that apply. We all hate select all that apply. But whatever. So then I look up again at 78, and I was like, oh my God, why am I keep doing this? And I'm like, oh my God, I'm on 78. I have a couple more questions left, whatever. And then I looked again on 80, and I was like, whoa, okay, let me stop. And from question 80 to 84, it was select all that apply. Not these easy select all that apply that you could just eliminate. It was just, I was looking like, I remember this, but I don't know the answer for this. I know what they're asking me. I just don't know what to pick or answer to pick. So it was very difficult. Those four select all that apply questions were difficult. They were challenging, and I started getting really nervous at that point. And when I got to 84, I contemplated on pressing next. My heart was racing. And this is my exact, when I got to 85, 85 was like a fairly easy question, right? So I was like, I know I got this right. So I clicked next. My whole screen turned blue. It shut off on me. This is exactly what I did. I said, and the proctor was like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, I'm okay. The computer shut off on me. It's quiet because, you know, there's other examiners. And she's like, it's okay. Come out. Just, if you're fine, take a deep breath. And she brought me out to the hall, and she's like, I know you did fine. There's no way that you failed. And I'm like, you're not allowed to tell me that. Like, that's false reassurance. And she's like, no, I can tell. Like, look at you. Even when you came in here, I was like, yeah, she's not the one that's gonna fail. And I was like, really? She was like, yeah. I was like, you're just being nice to me because I'm a Sagittarius. She's like, no, I do like you more because, you know, that's a plus, but I don't think I'll ever see you again. And I was like, I'm gonna hold you up to that if I have to come and reschedule this exam. And I was just like, I walked out, I told my sister, I was like, oh my God, I think that test was so difficult, this, that. And she's like, no, it wasn't difficult. You knew all the information or whatever, you know, very beautiful spirit that she has. And I was like, it was nerve-wracking. And I found my results out an hour later. I'll do another video on how I found out an hour later, so stay tuned for that. But 48 hours, I paid the $8 on Pearson VUE, and I passed my NCLEX. I know it took me a long time to say this, but I passed my NCLEX, guys, so I am licensed. And I kind of basically told you guys, I was like, hi, my name's Taryn, I'm a licensed practical nurse, so that kind of gave it away too in my introduction. So I did pass my NCLEX. One thing I would tell you is study at least a week ahead. Do not overstudy. Do not study the night before. Do not study the day of the test. You guys know the information. It's just getting your body and mind and soul relaxed and like at ease so that it can come up when the question is presented in front of you. And, you know, eat well, sleep well. You guys will do perfectly fine. I will let you know how to find out your results fast. And if you're a practical nurse, please purchase this book. I beg you, purchase this book. It's so good because every last question I had, I remember seeing topics in this book on it, and you would do phenomenal. You'll be great. Don't be nervous. I know it's easier said than done. If I can do it without studying, you definitely all can do it. Just continue throughout your program, kick butt, because we need good nurses like you all on the floor working. So hurry up, get through your program, schedule that NCLEX, and, you know, have a peace of mind. Like, it'll be fine. If I can do it, anyone can do it. I'm telling you, anyone can do it. And it shut off on 85. I did tell you guys that. I did shut off on 85. I just love talking to you guys. I don't want to go. But stay tuned for the next video. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not. If you're not a follower, please follow me and subscribe, and I look forward to giving you guys more information. It feels like a farewell in a way because I'm finished, but I'll update you guys. Like I said, I'm posting a video on how to find out an hour later. I have a job, so I can talk about that next as well if you guys are interested. I have a job. If you haven't seen other videos about the wages and salaries of LPNs, check it out because it aligns with how much I'm getting paid now. LPNs can make as much as RNs, so don't let nobody fool you. A title is a beautiful thing. It sounds beautiful to have an RN written on your name badge, but if you're a nurse, you're a nurse. It doesn't matter how long you went to school. We kind of all know the same information. If we walk into a patient's room, we'll introduce ourselves the same way. We'll teach them the same exact way. So you're a nurse. It doesn't matter. L, R, B, M, whatever, you're a nurse, and those wages can actually be the same depending on what state you're living in, your job search, and everything, and how well you do at interviews, and just being mindful and open-minded and honest to people. So I can give you advice. Oh, I can also do a video on what to expect at interviews. I had a ton. I went interviews from Monday through Friday, 2 interviews in one day throughout the week. Like, oh my God, I have a lot to tell you all. So just look forward to more videos. Subscribe, and God bless you all. If there's a will, there's a way. God will guide you all and love you all, protect you all, and just remember to pray and you will prosper. All right? Well, goodbye. God bless you all.